Remember those end-of-the-world scenarios we always joked about? Turns out someone was taking notes. A massive electromagnetic pulse, its origin shrouded in mystery, though some whisper it was a rogue shipment of fidget spinners from space, has plunged the world into chaos. Cities once ablaze with light are now eerily silent. Wall Street's ticker tape has gone from bull to bullseye, and the internet, let's just say, good luck getting that cat video to load. The aftermath is about what you'd expect. Global communication is down. Transportation systems are fried. Hair dryers are now just oddly shaped paperweights. Governments are scrambling. The international community is in disarray. And we're all left wondering, who knew we relied so much on this whole electricity thing? The good news? We're finally free from the tyranny of auto-tune pop songs. The bad news? Pretty much everything else. With power grids down and essential services offline, the world is holding its breath. Will we rebuild? Will we adapt? Will we finally learn to appreciate the simple things like fire, the wheel, and non-digital currency? The EMP attack has reshuffled the geopolitical deck in ways nobody could have predicted. Remember those risk games that always ended in shouting matches? It's like that, but with real countries and slightly lower stakes. Alliances have crumbled faster than a stale croissant. New partnerships forged in the crucible of crisis, and probably a distinct lack of coffee, are popping up everywhere.
The most surprising, Canada and Kenya have joined forces, forming the surprisingly catchy Can-Kenya alliance. Their first act? Securing the world's remaining supply of maple syrup and coffee beans, because even in the apocalypse, a good breakfast is essential.
Meanwhile, Australia, tired of being mistaken for Austria, has simply renamed itself Oz. No word yet on whether they've appointed a wizard to run the place.
But amidst the chaos, there's a glimmer of hope. Countries are learning to rely on each other again. Humanitarian aid is flowing across borders, and somewhere deep in the heart of Texas, a lone figure is preparing for his most important role yet. Yes, you read that right. Chuck Norris, the man who can win a staring contest with a statue, has emerged as a key player in the post-EMP world.
Turns out, while the rest of us were busy binge-watching reality TV, I was building a self-sufficient solar-powered ranch. And not just any ranch. This place has more defenses than an evil genius's lair in a bad action movie.
Seeing the chaos engulfing the world, Chuck knew he couldn't just sit back and roundhouse kick his worries away. He reached out to his new allies in Can-Kenya, offering his expertise and surplus of roundhouse kicks. Now the fate of the free world rests on a Texas Ranger, a moose-loving Canadian, and a pride of highly caffeinated lions.
It's the kind of partnership that could only happen in a world gone mad. Or maybe it's just the kick in the pants we needed.
Either way, with Chuck Norris on the case, there's at least a fighting chance that humanity won't go extinct just yet. Because every hero needs a villain, right? Enter Steven Seagal, Chuck Norris's longtime rival and the self-proclaimed most interesting man in the world, a title previously held by a guy who sells beer, but that's a story for another time. Seagal, it seems, has been busy too.
While Chuck was stockpiling solar panels, I was amassing a different kind of power, a fleet of heavily armed, heavily polluting jet ski hybrids.
Fueled by a potent cocktail of fossil fuels, ego, and whatever they serve at those all-you-can-eat buffets in Vegas, Seagal and his Aqua Armada are threatening to unleash watery chaos upon the world. Will Chuck and his Kenyan allies be able to stop Seagull's soggy scheme? Will the world ever get its internet back? Will someone please explain what a blockchain is? Stay tuned, folks, because things are about to get wet and wild, and possibly a little bit sticky thanks to all that maple syrup. Feeling unprepared for the apocalypse? Worried about facing down a rogue wave of heavily armed jet skis? Fear not.
For a limited time only, you can own a piece of Chuck Norris-approved survival gear, the Norris belt.
This isn't your average leather belt.
This bad boy is crafted from the finest yak hide, hand-stitched by Tibetan monks and imbued with the raw power of 1,000 roundhouse kicks. It comes equipped with a built-in compass, a fire starter, a fishing kit, a solar-powered flashlight, a first aid kit, and a secret compartment for your emergency stash of beef jerky.
But that's not all. Order now, and you'll also receive a free digital download of Chuck Norris's top survival tips, including how to start a fire with 2 sticks and a smoldering glare and advanced bear wrestling techniques. Don't wait. Supplies are limited. Operators are standing by. This is not a drill. Unless Chuck Norris says it is.